Have you ever wondered how to make $50,000 in 1 week? Well, today we're going behind the scenes with Jose, the founder of Hook'em Moving. He's gonna show us exactly how he has built a $1 million moving company right here in Austin, Texas. So how many trucks do you have?
We have 4 trucks, 4 trailers, junk trailer as well. No, 5.
I can imagine you didn't start with all 5 trucks.
No, we didn't. Started with one of our first trailers. I had a truck from working at a previous operation, decided to invest in a trailer, and here we are now.
What's the most amount of revenue you guys have done in a year?
In a year, last year, we did just over 800,000.
Congrats. What are you projected to do this year?
If everything goes right, we should about a 1.1, 1.2 is our goal.
And how many years have you guys been in business?
We started in 2021.
Okay, so we're going on year 5?
Year 5.
What's the goal? Where are we projected to go, let's say 5 years from now?
Well, I mean, that's funny because I was thinking my 10-year goal was where we're at right now.
You got to have a big truck to do a big move.
That's right.
How much was each of your trailers and each of your trucks?
The trucks on average start about 60,000, and that's if you're gonna go for a newer model quality vehicle. You could get away with getting a used one just to get you going in the 20 to 30,000 range, but to get a good piece of equipment that's gonna last you, you're looking at about 60,000 in the truck.
What was your initial investment when you first got started?
I didn't have anything and just had to get out there and grind, put myself in a debt to go buy that trailer and plod my way out.
So let's talk about profit.
We charge typically an hourly rate per guy per hour. On average, our move price is about $1,400 for a move.
And how many team members do you have right now?
We have 12 full-time movers. We have 2 sales staff. Nobody's going to invest in the company as much as you are.
I'm ready to get sweaty and move some stuff. So the first move that we have today, how big is their house? What are we looking at?
I believe it's about a 2,500 square foot house. It's just some local move here.
Let's go. It might rain on us today, but we're going to try to avoid it.
It might, but let's go.
So we're off to our first stop of the day. What does this move look like?
This is going to be a local move in Cedar Park, a 4-bedroom house going to the Leander area.
How many guys do we have on this job?
We're going to have 3 guys and 1 truck out there.
How long do you think it'll take?
If everything goes well, it should take them about 4 or 5 hours today.
And what was the estimated investment for this family?
This is around $1,200.
All right, let's go.
Good work, JJ. I'm gonna take this piece out in order to fit out the door, and it should be quick and easy. It looks like it's just three bolts. Every job we usually have to take something apart, and we definitely put it back. And even if you got something that's a little loose, we'll tighten it up for you just so it can survive longer. It's a Hook'em way.
I got the goods. I was told this is something we got to keep safe.
All right, you didn't have to work today.
No, I got to know what it's like to have a moving company.
All right, let's do it.
You guys should have given me the couch. I could have moved the couch.
All right, you got this. I mean, you got the most, I see it.
How old were you when you did your first move?
I was probably about 7 or 8 years old when I was with my dad on a truck.
7 or 8 years old? This is a generational company.
It is.
Hook'em was your company.
Correct. Me and my wife founded it.
So take me before that, when you were 7 years old, your dad's company. What made your family choose the moving industry?
My dad, after getting out of the military, he was in transportation and moving and deliveries. I just always saw my dad working hard and realized I liked being out on the road and being out in the field. And here we are 35 years later.
Back when you were 7 years old, did you want to help with the moves, or were you forced to help with the moves?
I was voluntold.
Voluntold,
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did your dad want you to continue the generations of moving companies, or no?
He didn't. He pushed for me. He wanted me to go to college and do everything else, not break my back, use my brain versus my body. God had other plans for me. And my son Mitch, they've been best friends since they were little kids.
Oh my gosh, how old are your kids?
We have 5. I've got pictures of them at 3, 4 years old already helping dad out on the truck.
Are they voluntold?
There was actually more volunteers.
So I want to talk a little bit about lead generation. We just met your clients coming out. They're super cool people. How do you typically find your clients? Is it through ads? Is it through organic? Is it through word of mouth?
99% of our business is all through word of mouth. Going out there, networking, meeting with realtors, meeting with great people, and spreading the word about the services we provide.
Do you have any relationships with apartment complexes, college?
We've got a great relationship, whether it be title companies, realty companies, specifically realtor agents with big teams. A couple of agents here in the Austin area that are closing 150, 200 homes a year.
How did you start building those relationships in the beginning?
Building trust, character. With moving, it's one of the most stressful things you're ever going to do in your lifetime, right up there with loss of a family member, marriage, divorce, anything else like that. So being able to be a person that can come in and that they can trust, that they can feel confident in to take that stress away. And again, building those relationships from the beginning through now.
So you guys are not just movers, you're also therapists. You're dealing with the hardest moments, the best moments of people's lives.
No matter what it is, good or bad, I mean, there's just so many moving pieces, pun intended.
Awesome. Well, I want to get in there, do a little bit more of the moving.
Okay.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
Are you gonna let me carry the couch this time?
You got it. It's a sleeper sofa.
You heard Jose. He's not using Facebook ads. He's not even using organic marketing. He's scaling his business through referrals, relationship building, and good reviews. This goes to show you don't have to have business experience to get started. All you have to do is know how to talk to people, be a good human, and do good work. Most people just start with a truck. They start loading up furniture. Then they realize, oh, dang, I could get paid for this. And they think that they could build a whole moving company. There's a lot more behind the scenes. And one of those things is having insurance. What is your guys' insurance bill every year?
It's about $40,000 a year just on the commercial auto. That's not including your general liability, your cargo. So I'd say roughly about $60,000 to $70,000 a year.
And how important is that for somebody that wants to start a moving company?
It's 100% mandatory. Legally, you have to have insurance to get a license through DOT or FMCSA, your Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations. And in order to get a license, you have to have the insurance.
So for someone that wants to start a moving company today, what would be the steps that they need to have in place before they can show up to someone's house and start a move?
The very first thing is getting your insurance coverages. Then you file with the state, may get the appropriate licenses from there, and then get out there, get your name out, and do a good job.
So the biggest thing when it comes to moves is making sure that nothing gets broken. Right now, your guy is wrapping up a chair, and I can tell that you guys are very careful with what you do. Is there a specialty hook-em moving method to wrapping up furniture?
There is. There's definitely levels to this. As you can see, Octavius, there's a science to this. Protection for us is a big thing. Ensures that nothing's going to get damaged.
January through December, what do we have? What are the high months? What are the low months?
So traditionally, I'd say March, April is about the start of the busy season, with May being the kickoff of peak season all the way through August, September. May through August is definitely the busiest times, where we'll do about 60% of our revenue in those short months.
What is the most amount of money you've done in a single week?
A single week is about 50,000.
50,000 in 1 week.
Yes, ma'am.
In your highest month?
Highest month was 140,000.
All right. Are we going to beat that this year?
Yes, we are.
Can you share with me each of the guys we have on this job today?
Yeah, I mean, I've got JJ. He's my bonus son. He's my son's best friend. My oldest son. They've been known each other, most of their life. I've got Octavius. I actually met him through another mutual friend, a moving company owner. They were going under and just realized that, hey, he needs a good spot and a good home, and so we found a home for him.
And what do they call you?
Tay the Great One.
Hey, the great one. Did you earn that one or was it given?
I earned that.
Okay.
I've been doing this about 15 years,
Yeah.
so I earned it. That's why I'm in the #1 spot.
And then Justin, he's been with us for a few months now.
At what point in your business were you able to step away and trust them to go to a job without you?
It took a good year for me to really get comfortable. Part of that was me being consistently in the field, knowing that I had enough revenue coming in that could sustain paying for 2 labor forces versus, myself and 1 other labor person.
All you got to do is just hang out. Yeah, you haven't picked up a single box today besides the one I handed you.
That's the goal. I mean, I think they say I get in the way most of the times. They usually kick me off the truck when I do come out.
They're like, get out of here, get back to the office.
Yep, they want me out there making them money.
What has been the driving factor of your success over the years?
I'd have to say God. Through Him, all things are possible.
How important has faith been along your journey?
Very important. Trying to start the business, didn't know what I wanted to do in life, didn't know where I was going, and sitting in my truck and didn't really think I wanted to do this anymore. My spiritual brother Ed, he reached out to me and, out of the blue, hadn't talked to him in a little while, and he knew something was wrong and he knew something was going on my mind, and he told me, he's like, God told me to call you. He taught me off of a ledge and got me through a rough point in our conversation, and at the end of that conversation, I had the best feeling of just fulfillment and a weight off my shoulders come off, and at that exact same moment, he said, do you feel that? I said, God is in this conversation. The Holy Spirit is with us today, and ever since then, I've been chasing that high.
That is so beautiful, and as entrepreneurs, oftentimes we do hit those rock bottoms, and rock bottom is sometimes the best place to build from.
It is. There's definitely been months where, wondering to know how is payroll going to be met? How are you going to pay the bills? Insurance isn't cheap. Fuel costs go up and down, so you've got to figure out a way to continue to operate.
This junk, along with the rest of the items in this trailer, because it's got to go to the dump. And then everything we're putting in my trailer is going to Maynard. So we got a nice little drive ahead of us. But it's nothing we can't handle. All these trailers go out on a daily. And 9 times out of 10, I'm in the biggest trailer because I'm the best driver here. We got a lot of good guys here. We have a solid team. Everybody gets along. We have great chemistry. The customers love to see us interact. We're glad to have you guys here with us today to see the Hook 'em Up way.
So if you, Jose, had one piece of advice to the younger generation, what would it be?
Never give up, knowing that the day is going to end and another day will start, and it's another chance to get back at it and do it all over again.
We got to this location at 8:30 a.m. It is now 9:59, and they are wrapped, loaded, and out of here to their next location. They were quick, they were efficient, they made sure nothing got broken, and this is how they're able to get done 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs in one day. Jose, this has been a crazy video. Thank you for letting me spend the day with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
This has been awesome. Tell the camera, what should they do?
Make sure you like and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.